Welcome back to Universe. I'm Andrew. In this video, I'm continuing my playthrough of RoboMon. We are at Port Platinum Southwest. Looks like this is a part of a bigger city. And of course, this is a full spoiler playthrough. So if you're not interested in spoilers, just watch as much as you are interested in to feel like you got a sense of the game, then pick up a copy of your own. It is crowdfunding on GameFound right now. At the time I record this, the link will be in the description. And I'm going to be jumping right into Port Platinum Southwest. If you want to start from the beginning, including the tutorial, definitely check out the link in the description. That is part 1, the tutorial playthrough and Copper Ridge. But with that out of the way, Port Platinum is the newest city in Alloy, and it was constructed to be both a hub for shipping and a shining example of the progress the area has made since the war. It's not without its problems, of course, and it has faced many challenges. The recent cultural shift appears to be leading to people living more harmonious lives. There are many local businesses worth checking out, and you can find everything from good food to tourist attractions to one of the highest rated hotels in the province. And here we have our search charts, although we still don't have a fishing pole. And there's one search icon, so we'll be able to roll on this once. And our RoboMon finder is offline, so there will be no wild RoboMon battles or reprogramming here. And then here, to closer look at the map, we're coming up from this direction. The first thing will be this little girl with her sleeping RoboMon. At least it's not blocking the path. And come up around this way. And over here. So yeah, let's check in with her first. Her entry will be 1721. I've already opened the page there. Basically, she is a little girl with an older model RoboMon, but it's not sleeping, it's actually malfunctioning. And the readout that is supposed to display the error is also malfunctioning. So I need to solve this puzzle here in order to help her find the error and repair the RoboMon. So we are kicking things off with a puzzle. You can see there the close-up on that display. Remember, all puzzles in RoboMon yield 4-digit answers so that you can look up that entry. Go ahead and pause if you need to. I'm going to be turning to my answer for the puzzle to see if I got it. I won't be revealing the answer to you. Feel free to take your time if you want to find your own answer. So part of the description actually reveals the answer as well, but basically it says, as I tighten the last bolt on the RoboMon's control panel, the little girl flips a switch and the machine rumbles to life. She squeals with glee and gives you a huge hug. Thank you so much, she screams in your ear, and here, take this. 2 silver. That was not the most lucrative of puzzles solved, but I'll take my 2 silver and some satisfaction. Now continuing up the path, again, we don't have to go in order, but I like to sometimes, and otherwise the whole map is available. We can do anything in any order, but I'm going to go ahead and go this exploration symbol at 2421. So basically I am looking at this hover bus station. So let's go ahead and do the hover bus portion now. So this is my character sheet, and on the back, along with my inventory, is my hover bus tracker. You can instantaneously move between locations that have a hover bus stop. So let's go ahead and write Port Platinum Southwest along with the page number 21. And now I know that I can freely move between Copper Ridge and Port Platinum. Although currently at this point there are no restrictions on just moving between pages of the map, but I guess thematically it makes sense that I'm not having to walk everywhere. However, this hover bus station might be in a bit of jeopardy, but because of this exploration symbol, which I went ahead and read, Lucy, the employee here, is not really doing her job. She seems to feel useless. It's all the same every day. And I think I need to try to cheer her up with a charisma check. So looking back at my character sheet, I have a +0. I just have a 0 for charisma. And check any RoboMon to see if they can help me out. Hydron does have a charisma bonus on it. A closer look at that, which is just that charisma symbol there, means Hydron will give me a +1, and that's all I'm getting. So to make a skill check, I'll roll 2d6. 6 and 1 is 7, plus 1 from Hydron is 8. That should put me in the 7 to 9 range. You talk to Lucy and can quickly tell that while she dreams of more, she also cares about following through on her commitment. You offer to help her. Really? It's horribly boring. You insist and you help her up, the mood ring turning yellow. It was green before, so any mood ring experts will know what that means. I do not. You take a turn manning the counter and get a taste for her job and a new appreciation. Maybe I'll save up and see the world, she says, but for now, maybe I can help. You part ways as friends, along with a few tips. Gain 3 silver. All right, 3 more silver, and hopefully she'll be doing her hover bus job as well. Let's talk to this guy with the fishing pole. Guess that's what it is. Still waiting for somebody to give me a fishing pole. And this is not going to be the day because he wants a battle. So I guess we're going to be battling right here on the bridge. And now I'm realizing I forgot to play the Port Platinum music. Hopefully future me will have solved that, but we'll go ahead and hit the QR code for the Port Platinum battle music to set the scene. And Angler Monty says, when you quit floundering, I hope you're prepared for a real battle. That, of course, is REEL fishing pun. He has RoboMon number 12 and 16. I do appreciate the fact that everyone in the world seems to like to speak in puns. Both those flips, we've got a Magna Crab. We faced one of those before, along with a Propulfin. I think we faced one of those as well. Magna Crab has 2 armor, and Propulfin has 1. Each armor token blocks the first 2 damage. Magna Crab has 6 health, Propulfin 8. And then we'll look more at what their attacks and whatnot do as they start doing things. I think let's use Fruit Flyer and Hydron. So I've given them their armor, given them their action tokens and their energy. Just need to set the turn order. So the fastest is going to be Propulfin with 82, Fruit Flyer with 71, Magna Crab with 26, and Hydron is just 20. Propulfin is first, so let's go ahead and roll a d4 to see what it wants to do. And we got a 2. With a 2 means it's going to want to target our lowest health RoboMon, which is going to be Fruit Flyer. And with a 2, it's going to want to try to use Flying Headbutt. It's a range 4 attack. So with 6 movement, including swim, can it get into range 4? So it definitely can easily. So just 1, 2, 3, 4 away. It just needs to get to here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. So we'll go to here. It's the closest it needs to get in order to use Flying Headbutt. I guess it's just throwing its head at you. It's going to be doing 3 damage. It's not a typed attack, so we're going to use the basic modifier die, the black one. And 3 damage modified by -1 is only 2, which reminds me I forgot to roll my action dice. I should have done before Propulfin even took its turn. So we can see if we get any armor for Fruit Flyer to block that. We did. So we'll block that with this 2 armor symbol. So 2 damage down to 0, and then we have these other symbols with which to work. So that was Propulfin's turn. We've managed to block it. And I selected RoboMon that don't have strong basic attacks. We did roll a basic attack symbol. We rolled no special attacks. But I'm going to go ahead and try to make a big special attack anyway. We're going to use Fruit Cannon, which costs 2 energy. So we'll go ahead and spend that. But in order, we need to either get 1, 2, or 3 special attack symbols. We don't have any on the dice, but we can use this action token as one of those 3 symbols. And I'm going to use both of these wilds for 2 more, but in order to change these wilds into special attack, we have to spend 1 energy each. So that costs us 4 total energy. And again, based on how many special attack symbols we use is how much damage it does. 1 symbol, it would do 1 damage. 2 symbols, it would do 3, and 3 would do 4. So you know what? I'm not going to convert those wilds, because I think a single damage special attack is good enough, because nature has advantage against water. Nature, as you can see, advantage against water. And we are using a nature attack against a water type RoboMon. So even though we're only going to do 1 damage, we need to be range 3 for Fruit Cannon. So we actually do have to use 1 movement. That's fine. We'll move 1, actually move the full range. Now let's just move 1. Every movement symbol we use can move 3 spaces because that is Fruit Flyer's speed. But let's just go 1. Now we're in the range 3 because there are 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 1 damage modified by the green die because we have advantage. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 of that gets blocked by the armor, and then 1 damage goes through toward the 8 health on Propulfin, and that is Fruit Flyer's turn. And we can get 2 energy back, so we didn't actually spend it. We're going to save those so Hydron can also make an attack. First, let's see what Magna Crab wants to do. Again, rolling a d4, and with a 4, it's going to want to attack our slowest speed RoboMon. So it's the speed symbol and the lowest, and it uses Pull. Pull has a range of 6. Our lowest speed is Hydron. Magna Crab's speed is 5 with swimming. It wants to be 6 away, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It just needs to be here. And it can move, therefore, 5 speed, but it only needs to move 3 to get into range 6 in order to use Pull for 1 damage, untyped. So the black modifier die 1 minus 2. It's going to be no damage, but it says move all of your RoboMon that are within range adjacent to Magna Crab. And even though movement is only orthogonal range attacks can be diagonal, so Fruit Flyer is also within range, and they both need to move adjacent to the crab with its pull ability. We might be able to use that to maximize our damage somehow. So I'm going to put Hydron to here and Fruit Flyer to here, so they're now both adjacent to it. Hopefully the Propulsion has to go. Maybe we'll put the Fruit Flyer here. Yeah, that makes more sense. And then it is Hydron's turn. I think I'm going to use Water Mortar, and we're going to want to do it for the second number, so we need 2 special attack symbols. We'll use the action token rather, for 1 special attack. We'll use the wild for the second, so it's going to cost 1 more energy. It normally costs 3, so we're going to spend 4, and again we're going to do that second number, which is 4 damage, modified by the green die because that is a water attack targeting a earth type RoboMon, so we have the green advantage die. So 4 plus 2 is 6, minus 2, 4 armor is 2 remaining, so that's 2 out of 6 damage on Magna Crab. That ends the round, unless we wanted to use any of these movement dice. Well, let's not. Let's just keep everybody where they are and roll up our action dice for round 2. And we got some movement, some special attack. Nope, no special attack, just some armor. So we'll be limited on our special attacks again. And Propulsion is still first. It got a 1, and he wants to attack our highest speed RoboMon, which is Fruit Flyer. It wants to use Fin Slice, which is a melee attack, and move up to 6. 1, 2, 3 will get it into range. And our plan is coming together, because now they are in position for Fruit Flyer to be able to use its missed attack, which targets the 4 diagonally adjacent spaces from it. But first we have to finish the Fin Slice, which is attacking for 2 with the black modifier die. Plus 1 is 3. Guess let's go ahead and spend both of the armor on Fruit Flyer, even though it's kind of an odd number. We're wasting 1. That is Propulsion's turn, so Fruit Flyer can now use its missed attack. We just need 2 special symbols for max damage of 4. So let's use 1 from the token and 1 from this wild. Costs 4 total energy, and we're attacking for 4 with advantage. I'm not going to look it up, but I think the rule is you roll separately for each, which makes sense because you might have advantage against some and not others. In this case, we actually have advantage against both. Nature has advantage against water and earth. We'll roll for Propulsion first. This is 4, plus 2 is 6. Puts Propulsion to 7, only 1 away. And then against the Magna Crab, it's 4, plus 2 is 6, which is actually enough to take it out. So that was a good turn for Fruit Flyer. It would then be Magna Crab's turn, so instead we'll go to Hydron, who has nothing to work with except for his token. This is just all movement. Let's go ahead and use a movement to go 1, 2, and that will put it in position to be able to use Squall, which doesn't target the space in front of it, but does target the kind of the outline around that space, which includes Propulsion and excludes friendly RoboMon, so we don't have to worry about friendly fire. But now we can do 3 damage with a single symbol, so we'll use the special attack on the action token for that. It's going to be an attack for 3. It does cost 3 energy, bringing Hydron down to 2. Nature against water will be advantaged, so 3 damage plus 2 is 5, so that'll take it out. It also has the push symbol for 3, so we push 1, 2, 3, but doesn't matter because it's defeated. For winning, we get 2 silver and a small repair kit. Small repair kit can remove all damage from 1 RoboMon outside of battle. We have 4 of those now. And thus our quest for a fishing pole continues. So we'll make our way across the bridge and check out this Robo Report 3722. See if that's another cutscene. Unfortunately, that entry seems to be missing from the prototype. So either it's misnumbered or it's just not done yet, which makes sense that our last news entry was a big old comic book with a bunch of panels and art to do. So work in progress for sure. Oh, and we can go check out Robert's Robo Rowboats. We have a voucher for that. I just noticed the name on this sign here, Robert's Robo Rowboats. We got a voucher, a pocket boat voucher. Let's go to 2622. It says, welcome to Robert's Robo Rowboats. The woman says, how can I help you? You may choose more than 1. Ask about a rowboat, or if you have a boat voucher, you can turn to a different page. Let's ask about it first. Why not? I can choose more than 1. So I've been getting a lot of silver, but I'm just glancing down here. It says I can spend 3,000 silver and buy a rowboat. I said, oh, I'm glad you asked. You've got the finest Robo Rowboats these crystal clear waters have ever seen. They're a bit pricey, but I've been telling folks for years, don't be a slowpoke, get you a rowboat. You ask how much they are, and the woman points to various boat options on the wall behind her. The cheapest one is 3,000 silver. So I guess we'll be invoking our voucher. You pull the pocketbook voucher out of your pocket and hand it to the woman behind the counter. She examines it for a moment and then hands it back. Sorry, that's no good here. That voucher only works at Robert's Robo Rowboats. She points in the big sign on the side of the building. This is Robert's Robo Rowboats. We're completely different. Oh, I totally got trolled here. So there's no O. It's like a robotic boat, not a boat with rowing involved. Guess we got to save up for 3,000 silver after all. No fishing pole and no rowboat. Let's go ahead and do my search. Forgot about that almost. We'll go ahead and roll a d4 to see what we get on this chart. Here, 3 is a wire. Wires are my favorite. I have 7 now. I think I lost 2. We'll explore 29, 22. So I decided to take a break on this bench, but I lean back and find a purse, a bag, and a suitcase in a pile. Assuming it was abandoned, I decide to reach out, but they are automated luggage and they jump up, knock me over, and run off on their own. I can choose to chase the bag, the suitcase, or the purse. I was just gonna say, I think the purse makes the most sense because it's most likely to have some identifying information I can use to return it. But I accidentally glance and I can see one of them is gonna require agility, one is strength, and one is charisma. Agility is my strong suit. I'm going to chase the bag. It says I follow the bag, which bounces this way and that along the bridge over the water. You run as fast as you can, moving back and forth, trying to grab it and open it. Make an agility check, and I will succeed on a 7+. I have a +1 from my character sheet and 2 more from Fruit Flyer and Regenair. So a +3 is a 12, which is definitely a 7+. Reward is a quick charge. I guess I'm just taking whatever's in the bag. So now I have 4 quick charges, those can be used to restore the energy of a RoboMon within battle. I think the last thing to do here is to talk to this fine lady here with her motorcycle, which is going to be another battle. Biker Loretta says, I guess you're expecting some kind of clever motorcycle pun, but I'm too tired. 2 tires. She's too tired. She's like a 2-tired driver, like a person whose number of tires is 2. She's too tired. She has RoboMon 22 and 23 out of the verse stack. It's going to be Scorpurio and Scorpuria. This is a basic and upgraded RoboMon pairing. They both have 1 armor, either 8 health or 9. I think I did see an upgraded RoboMon before, not with its basic form at the same time. Interesting, one is an earth and one is a fire type. So I'm going to use Hydron and Regenair. Get a quick look at those 2. Though Regenair already has 2 damage on it from previous battles. Regenair is first at 66, and Scorpurio 61, Scorpuria 57, and Hydron 20. I wonder if these are both upgrades to something else. Scorpurio and Scorpuria. Anyway, Regenair is up first. We just need to roll our action dice, and that is basically no movement. And 3 wilds. We don't have energy enough for that. Special attacks. Regenair's basic attack is not bad, or these basic attack symbols. 1 special. So for Regenair to get in range, even if it's ranged attack, we have to move twice. It does have a free movement, so taking another look at Regenair, we can see its tailspin ability lets it move 3 spaces as though it had flying, but I don't think it can end on a space as though it had flying. So Regenair has tailspin, it can move 3 spaces extra. We didn't roll any movements, we have to use our token or wilds to move. At that point, we're just making a weak attack, plus if we use a melee attack, Scorpuria has spike plating that will punish us for using basic attacks against it anyway, and I don't think I want to spend all the movement needed to get into melee against Scorpurio, plus then Regenair is kind of cornered up against both Scorpions. So let's make them come to us a little bit. I think I'll just use just the token to move, and if we have to, we'll save these for defense. But I don't really want to spend energy on that. That makes it Scorpurio's turn, so let's see what it wants to do. 2 means it wants to target our lowest health RoboMon, which is actually Hydron, because it has 7, even though Regenair has 10, it has 2 damage, so it's down to 8, which is still higher than Hydron. And with a 2, it wants to pinch, which is a melee attack. So it's just going to move as far as it can toward Hydron, and that will be 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then Scorpuria gets to go with a 1. 1 wants to target our highest health RoboMon, which is the Regenair, and it wants to use pinch. Also melee attack, it's going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it could have gone into Scorpurio's space, but it couldn't end there. So it's going to go around this way here. Still no melee attack, which is nice, because now they are definitely closer to Hydron. Hydron does have flying, although it only moves 2. Squall will let it hit both targets, and water is advantaged against fire and earth. So for it to hit with Squall, it'll need to be here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. It can move into yellow because it does have flying. Regineer can only move over yellow, can't end there. At least that's how I've been playing it, but that means we need 2 movement for Hydron. So let's go ahead and use its action token to move, 1, 2, and we'll use a wild as a move, which costs 1 energy, move 2 more. And now the red spaces there indicated could be these 5 spaces, which include Scorporio and Scorporia. Now I'd like to spend 2 special attacks. So I'm going to use the one we rolled plus 1 more wild. So it's going to cost another energy. Water Mortar costs 3 energy. Just like that, it spent 5 of its 9 energy. Now we're attacking for 4 against both of them. Let's do Scorporio first. Again, they're both going to be with the green die. So 4 plus 2 is 6. Minus 2 from the armor is 4. Putting Scorporio down to 4. And against Scorporia, it's 4. Plus 2 again is 6. Minus 2 is 4. Putting Scorporia down to 5 out of 9. That will end the round as a pretty good Squall. Let's roll back up our action dice and start with Regineer. Now air is strong against fire, or advantaged. If we can finish off Scorporia, we need to do 5 damage. Fan attack can do 4 base. Actually, this is interesting because fan attack with 2 symbols will do 3 damage. And the green die actually has a minimum of +2. That's the worst thing you can roll, assuming you do at least 2 damage. We're not assuming anything, that's just the worst you can roll. So to do 5 damage, we only need 3. So we need 2 special attacks. Let's go ahead and give them both to Regineer. Spend the 2 energy for fan attack. Roll the green die just for fun, but that's going to be 3 plus 3 is 6, and take it out. And it is 1, 2, 3 spaces away from the range 3. I think there's no point moving, so we'll just let Scorporio take its turn. And a 3 means it wants to target a fire or a lightning type. We don't have those. So we'll just target whoever is closest, which is, I guess, Hydron. 3 is Rock Slide, which is a range 4 attack. Take a look at that. Earth is neither disadvantaged or advantaged against water, so it's going to be 3 damage with the black modifier die. Plus 1 is 4, but we can block both of that with this 4 armor here. And the target has a speed of 0 next round. So next round, it doesn't say on its next turn, so Hydron can play this turn normally. It'll just be next round, and it won't be able to move. Oh, and I screwed something up. I should have pushed 3 with Squall. So Squall has pushed 3. So Regineer, let's see. So Scorporio would have been here, and Scorporio would have been here. 1, 2, 3. Regineer would have needed to move at least 1 in order to reach it. So we'll just retcon that a little bit. That we did use movement with Regineer to get into range to finish Scorporia. Scorporia's Rock Slide has range 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it would have needed to move at least 1 space. And now I think we are caught back up. Although actually Regineer is the closer one, so it would have targeted Regineer instead, and it's actually disadvantaged. So we rolled the wrong die, but I think we're okay. We can just spend the armor dice anyway. Scorporio has 4 damage left, or 4 health left, so if we can hit it with a 1-star Water Mortar, that will be sufficient. This has range 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, so all we need is 1 star. So we'll use the action token for that to do 2 damage, plus the green die, which is always at least 2. So that's at least 4 damage to finish off Scorporio. And our prize is 2 silver and a battery. Well, if this lady's motorcycle is electric, I hope she has enough energy left to get home. And that's everything. So the question is, do we want to go north or east? And I think my answer is going to come from this map. Inside the brochure is the map. Take a look here. It looks like we are in this city, and we're in the southwest quadrant of the city. So whether we go north or east, we will still be in Port Platinum. Note, don't forget to visit the museum, so we'll have to do that. But yeah, we can go north or east, doesn't matter. It looks like the northeast is the quadrant from which we would exit Port Platinum. So I just want to explore all 4 quadrants before we move on. I'm having the urge to go north. Let's go to 24, which conveniently is on the next page. And here we're coming up from this way, which we'll explore next time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe so we can get more subscribers, and bye.